Welcome to the channel. Let's get right into it.
I woke to the sound of dripping. Not rain, not a leak, sharper, slower. Each drop seemed to echo through the apartment, like it was falling into something deep. My head throbbed. My tongue felt thick with the taste of iron. I blinked and light stabbed into my skull. When my vision steadied, I realized I was on the kitchen floor. Tiles smeared with something dark that had dried into veins across the white. For a moment I thought it was wine. Then I saw my hands red, caked under the nails across the wrists. I laughed. That strange kind of laugh that bubbles up when your mind refuses to accept what it sees. The sound didn't even sound human. There was no one else in the apartment. At least not that I could see. They said shock can erase hours, sometimes days. I clung to that thought like a lifeline as I stumbled to my feet. Every movement left a print on the counter, the wall. My reflection in the oven door looked like a stranger. Pale, eyes swollen, a faint scratch across my cheek that hadn't been there before. The clock said 3:17 a.m. The last thing I remembered was dinner. After that, nothing except the knocking. It came again that night, when I finally worked up the courage to wash the red off my hands. 3 slow knocks on the wall. From inside the apartment, not the door. Knock, pause, knock, pause. Knock the pipes, I told myself. The neighbors. But when I pressed my ear to the wall, the sound moved, crawling along the plaster like fingers dragging just beneath the surface. That was the first night I heard the whispers. They weren't words at first, just muffled breathing. The walls seemed to pulse with it. Every night after, it grew clearer. Laughter one moment, crying the next. My name woven into the rhythm of it all. I tried sleeping in the living room. The couch faced the hallway that led to the kitchen, to the place I refused to clean. No matter how hard I scrubbed, there was always a faint reddish tint between the tiles. Sometimes I'd wake up thinking I heard footsteps in that hall, wet ones. And sometimes I'd find things moved. A chair out of place, a knife left in the sink, though I swore I hadn't touched it. I started recording the sounds. My phone filled with hours of static, but when I played them back at night, under the noise, there was a voice whispering, "You did it." I threw the phone against the wall. It shattered, but the whisper didn't stop. The next morning, the phone was back on the counter. Perfectly fine. And the red stain on the floor was wet again. Days blurred, my co-workers stopped calling. My mother left 3 voicemails asking why I hadn't visited. I couldn't answer. I was afraid they'd hear what I heard. The walls were getting louder. Sometimes the whisper would shift tones. Deep, guttural, mocking. Sometimes it mimicked me. One night I found something behind the refrigerator. A trail of dark smears leading to a loose panel in the wall. When I pulled it away, the stench hit me first. Sour, metallic, old. Inside, something glistened, a shoe. And next to it, a clump of hair matted into the insulation. I dropped it and ran. But there's nowhere to run when the echo follows you. I haven't slept properly in days. I keep hearing her voice, high, broken, begging, "Please, stop." And every time I look in the mirror now, my cheek looks a little worse. The scratch has deepened. Sometimes I swear I see another face behind mine. Same eyes, same mouth, just colder. I think I remember now, the argument. The flash of the knife, the scream. I told myself she left, that she slammed the door and never came back. But the door was locked from the inside that night. I didn't open it again until days later, when the smell began. The dripping sound is back. I follow it through the hallway. Each step feels heavier than the last. The whisper has grown quiet now, like it's waiting. I reach the kitchen and see the pool again, fresh, glistening in the same spot as the first night. There's something rising from it. A reflection, her face, the one I buried in the wall. She opens her mouth, and my own lips move with hers. The same words, the same voice. "You did it." Now the knocking never stops. Everywhere I move, the walls breathe with me. The echoes crawl behind the paint. I try to scratch them out, but the red just seeps back through. I thought if I confessed it would end. But there's no one left to confess to. Only the walls, and they already know.